The Ireland's Got Talent theatre is filled with the usual noise of an audition day, soft chatter, laughter, and the shuffling of feet as the audience settles into their seats. The judges sit comfortably behind their desk, relaxed, exchanging light comments after a series of ordinary performances. Then the atmosphere changes. The host steps forward with a calm tone and introduces the next contestant, a young boy from Cebu City in the Philippines. As the boy walks onto the stage alone, the room grows quieter. He is small for his age, thin, and dressed in old, slightly oversized clothes that have clearly been worn many times. His shoes look borrowed, and his shoulders are slightly hunched as he grips the microphone with both hands. The bright stage lights make him squint. He looks overwhelmed, like someone who does not belong in such a grand place. The judges look at him carefully. One judge tilts their head with uncertainty. Another judge raises an eyebrow, clearly unsure what to expect. The audience watches politely, but without excitement. The boy introduces himself in a soft voice, explaining that he comes from a very poor family in Cebu City. He says he sings in church and sometimes on the streets to help his parents earn a little money. His voice shakes slightly as he speaks, but his eyes are honest. Some audience members smile gently, others remain neutral. The judges thank him and ask what he will sing. The boy takes a deep breath and quietly says hallelujah. The word barely leaves his lips, but it already changes something in the room. The music begins softly. The boy closes his eyes for a moment, as if gathering courage. Then he sings the first note. Instantly, the air in the theater shifts. His voice is gentle, clear, and haunting, floating effortlessly through the space. It does not sound like a child trying to impress. It sounds like a prayer. The judges freeze. One judge leans forward slowly, eyes widening in surprise. Another judge straightens up, their casual posture gone. The audience becomes completely silent. You can hear nothing but the boy's voice, fragile yet powerful, carrying something deeply emotional within it. As the song continues, the boy's confidence grows. His voice remains soft, but every note is filled with feeling. It sounds like longing, faith, and quiet suffering. He sings as if he has lived more than his years suggest. The camera cuts to the judges. One judge presses their lips together, clearly moved. Another judge places a hand on their chest, breathing slowly. The boy opens his eyes briefly, looking out into the darkness beyond the lights, then closes them again as he continues. It feels as though he is no longer on a talent show stage but standing alone in a small church in Cebu City, singing to something greater than himself. Halfway through the song, his voice rises gently, trembling just enough to reveal the emotion behind it. That slight tremble breaks something in the room. Tears begin forming in one judge's eyes. Another judge covers their mouth, shaken by the purity of what they are hearing. The audience members sit frozen, afraid to move, afraid to interrupt the moment. The boy's hands shake slightly around the microphone, but his voice never fails him. Each hallelujah feels earned, as if it carries the weight of prayer, hunger, hope, and belief all at once. The music swells subtly as the boy reaches the next verse. His voice grows stronger, fuller, filling every corner of the theater. He sings with his eyes closed, tears slipping down his cheeks, unnoticed by him but clearly visible to everyone else. The judges are no longer thinking about technique or performance. They are feeling. One judge's tears begin to fall freely now. Another judge shakes their head slowly, as if they cannot believe they almost underestimated him. The audience begins to react, some wiping their eyes, others holding their breath. As the song moves toward its final moments, the boy's voice becomes even more emotional. He pours everything he has into the last lines, his small frame standing tall despite his nerves. When he sings the final hallelujah, his voice lifts and holds the note longer than expected. It rings through the hall, pure and unwavering, before fading gently into silence. For a moment, nobody moves. The silence is heavy, sacred, as if everyone needs a second to breathe again. Then the room explodes. The audience jumps to its feet in a powerful standing ovation. Applause fills the theater, loud and emotional. Cheers echo from every corner. The judges stand immediately. One judge is openly crying, wiping tears from their face while clapping. Another judge presses their hands together, eyes red, nodding again and again. The boy opens his eyes in shock, startled by the noise. He looks around, confused, unsure if the applause is truly for him. Tears fill his eyes, and his lips tremble as he bows his head slightly. The host returns to the stage, giving the boy a reassuring smile. The judges struggle to speak. One judge's voice cracks as they say they were brought to tears by the honesty and faith in his voice. Another judge admits they did not expect this and that the boy's hallelujah touched something deep inside them. Tears continue to fall as the judges speak, no longer trying to hide their emotions. One judge mentions Cebu City, saying the boy carried the heart of his city onto that stage. The audience applauds again in agreement. The boy stands quietly, listening, tears rolling down his cheeks. When asked how he feels, he simply says thank you in a small, trembling voice. That single word breaks the room all over again. Applause erupts once more. The judges smile through their tears, nodding at him with respect. In that moment, it is clear that something special has happened. A poor boy from Cebu City sang hallelujah, and it became more than a song. It became a moment of faith, humility, and raw human emotion that turned doubt into tears and transformed the Ireland's Got Talent stage into something unforgettable.